Yo, hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So, number top 5. Ooh, interesting one. This one is a lot harder to make than the previous one. The previous one obviously being the top 10 favorite characters at the first part of the story. This one being the top 5 series arcs in the first part of the story. I don't want to call it the first part, but like, alright, let's call it the first part, right? Because everyone else call it either the first part or call it part 6, part 7, or whatever. I call it the first part, right? Because that's what I've been told from like the beginning, from the get-go, essentially. So, top 5 serious arcs. And the reason why this one was so difficult to make actually was because what is a serious arc? What's a funny arc? You know, so it was very difficult to actually decide, like in the context of this, what is serious? Because some of these arcs have, you know, 1 or 2 like very funny episodes. But in its nature, I would still say they were fun. They were serious. And the thing with Gintama is, I'd say like there's maybe like 6 serious arcs, and the rest are all funny. So if you don't see your favorite arc or whatnot on this list, it's probably because it will be included in the funny one eventually. But like again, like this one was very difficult to make just because obviously the whole concept of what is serious or what is funny is very difficult to define. But. Another thing is that I'll mention at the end, because I don't want to spoil it just yet. These are, I actually won't say it because that will spoil it. But yeah, we're gonna get started with number 5. Number 5 is BnHA. BnHA, basically like, I wouldn't say the first very serious arc because there was one before where Gintoki loses his memory, but one of the first ones, right? Well, again, do you include Gintoki losing his memory as serious? Very difficult to say again. But, yeah, BnHA for me was like the first real arc. It was a movie actually. It was like the first real serious arc in the series where you got to see a few interesting characters, a few characters that, you know, play a bigger role. You got to find out a bit more about him, a bit more about just the characters in itself. And I thought it was very well executed, very well handled as well. I thought overall it was a very great arc, and overall it was very fun arc. I mean, it's like the first real introduction to this series, and I thought the movie did an excellent job at adapting it. I did watch the episodes later on afterwards too, but the movie did a fantastic job. You know, a very good job about on like translating the episodes into a movie format with added drama and everything. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Number 4, Haikyuu. And that's the issue. I don't know if this arc constitutes as a funny arc or as a serious arc. So this one was very difficult to rate because, again, it is very difficult to know where it ranks. You know, I can think of like the sandpaper episode. Is that, you know, basically the whole concept of this arc had like a funny nature, but it was treated in a very serious way. So I kind of consider it a serious arc. So you may say it's not a serious arc, it's a funny arc, and you could be, you know, your opinion would be valid, but I consider it a serious arc, and I put it above BnHA as number 4. We got to meet some great characters. We had a lot of good tense moments, and we also had a lot of good funny moments. I have it at number 4. Number 3. Shinsengumi in Crisis. Shinsengumi in Crisis, I think was the longest arc at that point. You know, 101 to 105, I believe, 101 to 106, something along those lines. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain, but it was a very fun arc. You know, fun. It was a very, yeah, I guess you could say it was a very fun. Was it? It was a very weird arc. All right, I think I'll leave it at that. A very weird arc. Obviously, the Shinsengumi focus, you know, Hijikata going through his struggles, then even, you know, seeing that one moment with Sogo on the train, him just an absolute badass, like, yeah, just licking his sword and everything, like, okay, fam, okay, chill out, bro, chill out, I know you're badass and everything, you know, you're like supposed to be like one of the toughest, like, swordsmen in the show and whatnot, but chill out a little, just chill out a little, alright? Overall, I love the Shinsengumi. They have some of my favorite characters of the whole show. You know, besides obviously the Yorizuya, they're my favorite group. Yeah, they are my favorite group. I was just thinking about like the Yato. No, definitely the Shinsengumi. So yeah, just seeing their struggles, that crisis, the fake out Yamazaki death. I liked it though. And at the end, obviously, a scene that to this day I don't understand, but I don't think I need to really understand. Gintoki, just like with his sword and himself, like bringing down a helicopter, like yeah. Makes no sense, but I loved it. Alright, I absolutely loved it. Alright, Shinsengumi and Crisis was number 3. Number 2, Red Spider. Ooh, yes, Red Spider number 2. Good arc, a very, very good arc. Again, well, I can't say again, but it focused in Yoshiwara. You know, the whole setting. I love the whole setting of Yoshiwara in of itself. I really like that part of the city, I guess you could say. It's just a very good part, and just seeing Jiraiya, you know, just come in there with his whole spider theme, making up spiders like his Spider-Man. And just seeing more like Gintoki and Tsukio, very fun. The arc was very cool in its nature too. Then seeing a little bit of like Gintoki's more serious. I mean, he always has a serious side in like certain moments, but just seeing a little bit more of those serious moments, serious side in those serious moments, it's just always awesome. Because when he gets serious, yeah, he is just awesome. Hatchery obviously appearing as well. It was just a very well crafted arc. Perhaps the only downside I'd say was the lack of Kagura and Shinpachi, but they had their spotlight too, and I feel like them not being in the story allowed us to find out more about Tsukio, allowed us to find out more about Gintoki, and it was just overall a very great arc. But there was one arc that was above it, and it was in the same setting. I guess most of you guys can already guess which arc I think it was. Yoshiwara in Flames, my boy Hosen. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. Hosen. End the video. End the video right here. Hosen. His theme. That theme, best piece of OST from the whole series. Hosen's theme. I stand by that 100%. Right? But then, as I said before, right, the Yato are very close to be like my second favorite group, just behind the Shinsengumi. Right? They're just like, if you have the Yorizuya like at number 1, like up here, right, up, right. Basically, where the ceiling is, right there, right. You have Yorizuya right there. You have the Shinsengumi like here, and then you have the Yato like there. So not that far off, right? It's like, yeah, because the Yato are just awesome, right? And that arc cemented their status as being awesome. That arc just cemented their status as being awesome. Can we? But that's just him. Not just him, honestly. We had, how many Yato did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if you include a flashback, and Kagura, so 6. Kagura's moment, you know, just like, let's go. Awesome. Just straight up awesome. Hosen, the king of the night. You can't have a better title than that. I love Hosen, right? I'll be honest. I love Hosen. I absolutely love Hosen. King of the night, just a badass, and, you know, just a great character. Honestly, just a great character. Just a fun character to watch. I mean, it wasn't like he had much characterization. He didn't have like a ton of personalization or characterization. He was just there as an ultimate threat, and he was just such a big threat that, you know, it was just like, okay, there is no way that, you know, Gintoki can beat him in a one-on-one, and he didn't. Like, that was the first time I thought like Gintoki. Usually Gintoki, like, once he's in a serious mode, like, again, helicopter. This man brought down a helicopter with his sword. But in that act, I was like, okay, I just scratching your head like, okay, what, okay, Gintoki, what are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Just like, if I had a bit, I'd be like, okay, I need to think right now. What could he possibly do? And it's like, it just required every single person to join in there to be like, you know what? Let's do this. We're all in this together. Let's take him down. And then ultimately, just about, they managed to take him down. It was, I guess you could say, the most shonen arc, but it was executed brilliantly. And I thought it was just an absolute fantastic arc. I know one arc that people will mention that should be on the list, and as I said, I think there are maybe 6 serious arcs, and that arc that all of you are thinking about, I know which one you're thinking about. I know what I'm gonna get in the comment section already. That arc would have been number 6, alright? I know. But Sogo, at that point, I didn't really care all that much about him, right? So, I mean, episode, what was it? Episode 86 or so. At that point, I didn't care that much about him, so while it was still a sad episode, right? While it was still a sad arc, it was... It might hit me more if I rewatch it, but at that point, not that. It is number 6, alright? It's just behind BnHA, alright? I know I'd get those comments. I'll just say, the funny thing is, right, these arcs were almost, except for the number 1 and number 2 spot, almost in order. We're just showing you that the show is getting better. BnHA obviously being the earliest arc, Haikyuu being after BnHA, Shinzongumi Christ being after Haikyuu, and then obviously the top 2 are in reverse order, with Yoshiwara obviously being before Red Spider. But hey, that's just the way it is. It just shows you that the show's getting better and better, really. So I can't wait to see what is next. Anyway, folks, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out and have a nice day.